Hey everybody, welcome back to The Hungry Elephant. Welcome to part 2 of our frequently asked questions. So I just want to give a little bit of a disclaimer. I am not a nutritionist, I am not a doctor. This is just what worked for me. But again, I am not responsible for anything that you do based on what I am saying in this video. Just throwing that out there, I don't want to get sued. So today, the first thing I'm going to talk about is macros. These are probably some of the questions that I see the most. How do you get your macros? What do you do? Do you have to meet them? Blah, 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 blah. We're going to talk about that right now. So when you start keto, you'll be seeing people talking about macros, how to find them. Each person has their own set of macros. It really depends on your weight, your activity level, how much you want to lose, if you're going to maintain. So don't freak out. I will put a link in the description below that leads you to a keto macro calculator, and it is fairly awesome. You just have to put in your weight, your height, your age, how active you are. It is super great, and it will tell you your macros. So you have 3 macros. You have your fat, you have your protein, and you have your carbs. Carbs are mostly always set at 20 net carbs. To stay in ketosis, you cannot go over that amount. I mean, some people, you can probably go up to 40 and still be in ketosis, but to be safe and to get the most effective form of keto, you should probably stay under 20 net carbs. So your protein number is something that you want to hit every day. That's kind of like a non-negotiable number. So whether you have 98 grams of protein a day or whether you have 40, you should probably hit it. I mean, it's not a horrible thing if you are under or over by, a couple grams, 10 grams. It's not a huge deal, but you should definitely try to hit that goal. If you don't, if you're under a lot, you will deal with, you'll feel like you've been losing some muscle. You won't be able to really, if you work out a lot, you won't be able to, you just feel like you're not building any muscle. You're probably losing it. So you want to have that protein to build some muscle, keep your muscles. For a while I didn't hit my macros, and even walking to work, I could feel like, oh crap, my legs are not the same. So you definitely want to hit your protein. Your fat, now should be the highest number out of all 3 of them, should be your fat. Your protein in the middle. But your fat should be the highest, and that is a recommendation. You don't have to hit it. In fact, I probably would suggest that you don't hit it. You'd want to eat maybe 50 to 60% of that. And again, this also depends on whether you are maintaining or if this is more of a weight loss. If you want to lose weight, you should eat less fat, and if you want to maintain your weight, you should eat more fat. I hope that makes sense. If you have any questions, just comment below. So when you are losing weight, you'll be super happy, but you should reevaluate your macros every 10 pounds that you lose. It's always a good idea to reevaluate them pretty much every month, just because the more that you lose, the less fat you'll have to intake, the less protein you'll have to intake. The carbs, again, just stay under 20. Now, a lot of people I find are like, when am I in ketosis? I use keto sticks. I haven't had carbs in like a week. Am I in ketosis? Here's the deal. A lot of people use keto sticks. I personally don't. I don't think they're effective. I don't think they tell the truth, to be honest, because really, however many ketones are in your pee, it could differ on how much water you drink. So here's the deal. If you eat under 20 net carbs a day, you will be in ketosis. That is it. A lot of people are like, well, what are the signs? What are the signs? One thing that I find, though, when I am in it is that, and awkward, sorry guys, my pee smells. Your pee will smell. You also can get really bad breath. You can be really thirsty. You can have bad body odor. Some people get a keto rash. So there's really many different ways to tell if you're in ketosis, but if you eat below 20 net carbs a day, you will be in ketosis. Another thing people ask about is cheat days. I have had 3 so far, I think, and some of them are just not worth it. I'm going to tell you right now. I worked a couple Saturdays ago doing a wedding and a birthday party, and I had to eat there. They're not going to cater to me, so I had to eat the food that was there. After you haven't had carbs in a while, if you load yourself up with carbs, it just doesn't taste it tastes amazing, let me get you that, but then you'll feel like crap for the whole afternoon. It is not worth it. Was I set back? No. I'm going to be honest with you, it didn't affect me really at all. The next day I was back on keto and I still continued with my weight loss. So having one cheat day is not a huge deal. I know a lot of people are like, oh crap, I just had a bunch of candy, or oh my god, I just had a really rough day, I want cake. Okay, so have the cake. Get back into ketosis the next day. As long as you don't make it a habit every day, you should be fine. So I'm just going to go through a few quick questions that I see constantly on Facebook. What's going on? My legs are cramping and I'm feeling sick to my stomach. You have the keto flu. Take some magnesium, take some salt, and take some potassium. You should definitely have those every day. What do you eat when you feel hungry? I eat something fattening to make myself full. Avocados, some bacon, or some nuts. Nuts are a really good snack. Are these keto friendly? And they are peanuts. Yes, peanuts are definitely keto friendly in moderation. Just don't have 3 cups of them and you'll be fine. What do you use to track your macros? I use MyFitnessPal. That is such a great app. You should definitely buy it. Not buy it. It's free. Where do you find recipes? Well, I make mine. Check them out. They're on this YouTube channel. What can be substituted for flour? I love to use almond flour. That's my favorite. However, if you are allergic to it, sometimes coconut flour can work, but not really. If you're substituting for bread, it'll have a coconutty taste. So you can also use flaxseed meal. Can I do this way of eating without dairy? Yes, you can. You just have to stick to fatty foods like avocados. You can have some meat. So you'll be getting your fat in that way instead of through like cream. You'll be using bacon or avocados. And if you want to get your protein in, you can have chicken or salmon. 5 weeks into keto, why am I feeling like I got ran over? Yeah, I got keto flu. Take some supplements. What are your favorite lunches at work? I usually take a salad, which is not the greatest every day, but it's healthy. Do you use exogenous ketones? That is a very controversial topic. Some people do claim that it does work for them. I have not tried them, and I probably won't. I feel it's best to use the natural way, letting your body make the ketones and expelling them naturally. You can use them if you want. I'm just not advocating them. Do you change your macros, calories as you lose weight? Yes. Like I said earlier, you should reconfigure them every month. So thanks everybody for tuning in. You can find some recipes on my website, hungryelephant.ca. Take a look around my YouTube channel. And if you got any questions, just feel free to put them in the comment below.